We also connect with Mark D. Martin, member of the Royal Aeronautical Society, founder and CEO, Martin Consulting, as travel restrictions return over Omicron variant fears. So stay tuned. We are back with both those conversations. Let's talk about one specific space, which of course gets impacted the first whenever there's a new variant, or as flights as countries start to impose restrictions at borders, arrivals, etc. And I'm talking about the aviation and travel stocks. Well, they've been under pressure, and this is on the back of the new variant spread. The Union Health Ministry here has revised guidelines on international travel from the 1st of December. How is this likely to proceed from here? Is it going to get worse? Or governments around the world will exercise greater caution before shutting things down. Mark D. Martin, member of Royal Aeronautical Society, founder and CEO at Martin Consulting, is joining us to tell us that. Mark, great to have you here. Thank you very much. Your first thoughts, Mark, are what are you seeing globally? Is the response function to this new variant has been much faster, both from the WHO and countries as well, as compared to, say, for example, what happened when Delta first emerged. But for aviation as a sector, what's the road ahead?
Thanks for having me, and stay safe, everybody. I think the interesting part, Prashant, is that we're dealing with learning of Delta from the last 12 months. And I think Delta has taught us a lot with being first responsive to a new variant. Now, we had no idea. Delta caught us off guard in April last year, and I think the impact to the world as well as India has been pretty catastrophic. Now, a year on, we've learned a bit, but we really haven't learned much, because, there's one thing which is clear, is that this virus will mutate, and it certainly has. Now, the impact with the aviation business, as much as we were all predicting a recovery by 2022 and 2023, we're still a bit optimistic, because, we're not got ourselves fully around this new Omicron variant. And the more we learn about Omicron over the next couple of weeks determines the future of aviation, airports, and everything that pretty much covers air transportation. So we're very clearly at a very precarious spot right now. We need to be extremely cautious. Risk analysis, as well as understanding as much as possible with the variant, has to be established, so that it's, and if at all any steps that have to be taken, and I'll say this unfortunately, because the airline aviation business and hotel hospitality has suffered over the last 2 years, it's got to be a very calculated decision.
Mark, hi, good morning. International travel was just about limping back to normalcy, right? And now you have these very onerous protocols. Testing, then waiting for hours for the test to come through, etc. Quarantining, even if you've tested negative. Do you think all of that is going to deter or going to, hamper international travel? And how do you see the earnings of many of these companies play out, the domestic aviation companies?
Morning, Sonia. I think the bigger challenge here is not just dealing with detection, but also, if at all we have to vaccinate everybody for this new variant, it's a whole another 1 billion people in India. So that's going to be, at that level, is going to be insane. Now, from a specific business and revenue perspective, I think for the moment, at least for the next 2 weeks, it should be status quo. Life moves on, as is where is, till such time it's established that this variant is, the potency and the lethality of this variant is established. So for the moment, I think it's a wait and watch for everybody. But yes, the longer framework, what's happened, or the losses over the last 2 years have been amortized over the next 5. And so if this variant is what it is, then we're going to be looking at the next 18 months minimum, as a washout year for aviation. But in the backdrop, there are bigger deals happening. Akasa Air has placed an order for a large amount of Boeing 737s. We've got new airports being made and developed and modernized in India. Somebody's got to fund it. Somebody needs to put the money in, and we need to raise capital from the market. And I don't think banks are in a position or would be in a position over the next 12 months to raise that kind of capital. So it's clearly treading on thin ice, but I'd like to be on the flip side of this, we need to be a bit more positive. We need to be clear of how this will pan out, because Delta has taught us a lot, and that should help us understand this variant a bit better.
So what do you do, just before we let you go, what do you do with the stocks? I know you won't comment on individual stocks, but do you think this is a good buying opportunity in the longer run for, people who are perhaps interested in stocks like, say, SpiceJet or even Interglobe Aviation?
A lot would depend, Sonia, on how these stocks would effectively perform over the next 12 months if a lockdown is announced now. Sure, the markets will see a major correction. There is going to be a Go Air IPO coming up very soon. But the bigger challenge is raising capital from the market from other sources. I think that's going to be a major worry. When it comes to stocks, although we don't comment on them because we like to stay aligned and independent, but I would say is that I think this is a nice time. Next couple of weeks is a good time to wait and watch to see how things unfold, and then according a buy or sell decision can be made more effectively.
Okay, well, we'll leave it there today. Thanks a lot for joining us. That's an important point.